Way Gaming. It's your boy Eclipse, and today we have a wonderful episode of the Swaycast with a wonderful guest, of course. I would like everyone to say hello to the wonderful Taz Wolf. Taz, would you like to say hello?
Oh, okay, it's good now. Hi.
So, if you don't know who Taz Wolf is, she is one of the streamers, G Fuel, a very good streamer. Actually, a really nice clip that I found.
Picked up our teammate's banner. Rings coming in. I'm getting hit over here. Get down in there.
Yes, bitch! Yes!
You just whooped that Wraith's tail. On God. So, if you want, you can actually turn on your camera. But, pretty much what we're going to do is have our normal Swaycast episode. We have a few things to talk about today. The things we're going to talk about today are going to be, of course, Taz and her content and her wonderful, beautiful content. As well as we're going to talk about our sponsor today, or I guess partner now, is a big announcement that we're going to drop today, as well as the three big topics we're going to talk about today. One's kind of just going over it and not really questioning it, because I don't think there's really any questions that we need to ask, which is video game support for Black Lives Matter, of course. And then Twitch allegations, which that one's been going around. So we've already talked about Dr. Disrespect on week 1. We're going to go ahead and go through this because obviously it's been highly requested, as well as PC compared to console, because I can already tell you used to be a console player and still
Actually,
are.
PC.
Really?
I use a controller on PC.
Yikes. Okay, that
And I
hurts a
still
little
kick
bit.
ass.
Yeah, like you're doing better than me. You've already gotten plat. I haven't even gotten past silver.
Oh, I've gotten to diamond already on PC. No problem.
All
with
right,
my
so I'm
controller.
uninstalling Apex. Jesus. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and switch gears real quick and talk about our partner, Control Freak. Guys, we just got added to the Forge with Control Freak. Pretty much meaning we get a bunch of sponsor deals. We do giveaways. We're doing a giveaway right now on Twitter. Make sure you check out at SwayGG, SWAYGG. And when you want to buy something from Control Freak, make sure to use our code SWAYSWAY for 10% off. And honestly, this is pretty amazing because when my manager sent this, I was like, what? We're getting partners now? Are you kidding me? Hello? Like, this is a blessing. Also, I want to thank you for, of course, raiding with your whole squad.
Of course.
The Potato Gang. That's what I'm going to call them, because that's how they came in, just with potatoes.
Potato Squad. That's what it's called.
Good Lord. Well, tell me a little bit about your community and pretty much what you do as a streamer.
Basically, when I first started streaming, I started off with Call of Duty a lot. I used to be a huge COD fan. Was very competitive, actually. I used to play the Female Pro League under Sway.
Hey.
I remember that. I used to be in Sway, and
well, welcome back.
yeah. And I don't know, I remember the first time I seen someone stream, it was Rice Gum, don't judge me. I seen him streaming, and I thought it was so cool what he was like, not him harassing people, but the concept of streaming I thought was a really cool thing. So I wanted to try to do it because I love meeting people and making new friends, and I don't shut up at work. Even my boss says so. So I'm very good with people. So that's why I felt like I'm a good streamer, and I'm very competitive when it comes to video games.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel like, and that's why I also call it the Potato Squad, because I feel like a lot of people relate to that, because a lot of people like call themselves potatoes when they're good at video games. You're having like a potato day.
Oh, I'm a complete bot when I play Apex. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can teleport here, and then I go off the map.
Yeah,
Complete
I've always
potato.
played shooters, always been good at them. I don't know why. I just
Good. Oh, well, I see you're a big Apex player.
yes.
Are you excited for the news?
I don't know. I think they've been ruining it a lot. Like Apex was really good, like season 1, 2, and 3. Anything after that, they kind of ruined it.
Preach.
Like it's still okay, and it still has a lot of potential to be an amazing game. And it's still, I love the game because I'm very good. I love it. It's very competitive. But if they don't fix shit soon, people are gonna leave. And
Oh, yeah,
it's gonna ruin the
definitely.
game.
It needs to be fixed ASAP.
Yes, 100% needs to be fixed. Like they waited way too. Remember that bullet reg issue they had? They
Yes.
waited so long to fix that.
It's
That's a huge
still
problem.
having issues.
And the sound issues. Like I have whole squads rolling up on me, and I can't even hear a footstep.
Oh yeah, I mean it's incredible how people can just like full on speed just da 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 da. I mean sometimes I can't even get a bullet off.
There's a lot of hackers on PC though. I used to play on PS4, but that's the one thing that's different compared is the hackers. Ridiculous on PC.
Oh god, yeah.
They don't even try to hide it at this point. It's like I've literally seen people, you can see through walls and you see people's names and everything and where they're located, and it's like, that's a thing? You can do that? Like I'm not really one to cheat, so I didn't even know you could. I don't even know where you go to get cheats because I'm not the type of person to do that.
You go to Pornhub.com. No, I'm just kidding. Sway fam, make sure you give Taz the works, give her a follow, give her a sub, give her the support. Make sure you're there. Check her out. Taz Wolf on Twitch. So we're going to go ahead and get on into it. Video game support for Black Lives Matter. As you guys know, with the Black Lives Matter movement in full effect across the world and thriving for equality of race in America where it is prominent, many companies have sided with the people of the movement by pushing back production on stuff to let their employees who feel like they can't go support the movement by pushing back deadlines and giving them the time. Have you played Modern Warfare?
Not really. I used to play it a little bit, but
Okay.
haven't played COD
Have
in a
you
long time.
played it since this stuff started?
No.
Okay. So Activision had a message to its players every time you booted up the game. Activision X, Black Lives Matter. Any racist slurs, any racist, anything having to do with racial stuff, banned immediately.
That's good.
That was amazing for one. Two, at the bottom it said, excuse us for season 4 being late. We want to support our workers. That's just amazing. A big company, Activision, one of the biggest companies in gaming, giving so much support for that. Like it's incredible.
And they're willing to lose money for it by delaying. Like clearly
Exactly.
they're okay with, like, that's a huge thing to see, like, for big companies doing that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them are greedy and they only care about the money, unfortunately.
And there was a lot of companies. I know Blizzard is one. I know Activision is one. And what is the name? Not Steam, Valve. So the people that own Steam, Valve, these big name companies actually let their employees voice their feelings about it, like publicly. And it was a very, very powerful thing. Like they all went live on Twitch and had an in-office like protest. And they even let people skip work some days to protest. That's
I feel
amazing.
like in some senses that should be allowed. Like honestly, they
Yeah.
should be encouraging for, especially for things like this, for Black Lives Matter. Companies should be standing by this because most of your workers are people of color. Like, how are you not going to
Exactly.
support them? You should be supporting them.
And I mean, just the whole fact of it, it's freedom of speech. You should be able to say what you want, be able to, depending on the situation. Now,
Depending on context, obviously.
yeah. Now, so this was a funny thing that I saw on Twitter. a buddy of mine, he was like, my company let me voice my opinion. So how I voiced my opinion is I took the day off and I went protested
Okay.
quietly. He said he literally just sat out in front of the city hall, right? He said, but my worker, on the other hand, took the day off, smoked weed, and smashed cop cars. I said, oh my God. That's... And I know everybody has their own opinion about it, but that's a little much.
I understand, but unless you're a person of color, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, and even then, like, I understand people of color doing it, but unless they're the ones leading it, we should only be there to amplify their voices,
Yeah.
not to speak over them, not to cause problems, not
No.
to. We don't want to. We want to help them, and
Yeah.
overshadowing them with doing all this shit, burning buildings
Yeah.
down.
And what's funny is it's not even them.
I know it's not even the protesters doing it. It's literally just rioters doing it for no reason. They're just taking advantage of the protests. Like they're
It's
not actually
crazy.
protesting. That's why I hate when people are saying that it's the protest fault. It's not. It's people taking advantage of a protest that are doing it.
And I'm over
Like-
here like, that's not right. That's not cool. I will say probably the biggest part of the movement is one, of course, everybody coming together, but these big name companies firing their racist employees. Apple fired almost 25 different people
Which is good. that
had an act of racism somewhere in HR notes. Microsoft fired over 323. I'm pretty
Wow.
sure. Activision fired one, which was that one guy who also had a Twitch allegation, which we'll talk about that. We also had what is his can't think of his name. Oh my God, he's like right under I can't think of the guy who owns Facebook.
Oh, Mark?
Yes, Mark Zuckerberg. That man. The guy under him, I think his like business, he fired him for not hiring a black man because he was black.
Well, as it should. It shouldn't matter if someone's
Exactly.
black or white. If they're qualified for the job, they're qualified for the job.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Exactly. And so that is probably the biggest part of this, that these people are getting what they asked for. So another big part is, of course, the Twitch community with the blackout. I wasn't able to actually be a part of that because I did have to stream. But that movement they had was incredible. I'm talking like, what was it? Close to 20,000 streamers. Just
It should be
blackout.
like that.
It's an incredible number, and just the support of it. And that's the thing, is that all the people that did the blackout, there were some people of color who were still streaming during the blackout. They went
Yeah.
in and watched him.
Which is good. Like, there's nothing wrong with streaming on the day either.
No. And it's everybody's choice, but even then, that support that came from it was incredible.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, I just wanted to get that across, make sure everybody knows that, hey, you know, we support everyone no matter who you are. We don't care what color you are. We're all gamers. We're all bots. We're all potatoes. And we're just here
Yeah.
to have fun. So, but make sure you guys do check out our sponsor, Control Freak. SWAY, Sway, for 10% off. You can get wonderful sticks like mine here. Hold on. These wonderful, it's still connected, charging. These wonderful white Control Freak Galaxy sticks. I love them, even though right now my controller's a little messed up because I have bad stick drift on my movement one, but it's okay. All right, we get into the fun and dirty Twitch allegations. Have you paid attention to a lot of this?
Some of it, yes.
Okay. So Twitch allegations have been thrown around, and most of them have been handled. Thank God. With the Me Too movement flowing, Twitch, some streamers, moderators, and even Twitch staff have been fired on spot or arrested, which is, I mean, just shout out to Twitch. You're doing amazing stuff. You're finally supporting your streamers, which is a
Yeah.
blessing. So, will Twitch fire all people with these accusations that are proven true? I know they have a track record of firing most of them. I know they only let go of 2. So they kind of just like said, hey, you need to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I think that was at the beginning. So I'm thinking they probably will. What do you think?
Honestly, I think it depends on if people keep pressuring them about it or not.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like if they keep that push on
momentum,
Yeah.
like if like what they've been doing, then yeah, they'll probably.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, they would
Yeah.
have to at that point.
It's all dependent on, I think, on what people are saying and talking about at the time. Like,
Twitter's over here like, I will kill you all. Activision fired a big head. I can't think of his name, but I think you know what I'm talking about. He was a big dude in Activision's chain, and they fired him for a sexual assault charge that finally came to light that he did to a streamer at a TwitchCon that he attended. So, what other companies would make this move? Honestly, Valve like fired 5 people in a day. Valve does not care.
Wow.
Yeah. Like they don't. They would immediately just boom. Twitch, obviously. Microsoft, I know they fired some people in the Mixer world because of that stuff.
Before Mixer disappeared into Facebook.
Don't even get me started about that one. We talked about that week 1 and we all died laughing because we're like, Facebook? Zuckerberg, you're watching my streams. You're watching my payroll. I mean, I don't know if Facebook gaming will do anything because, you know, it's technically not Zuckerberg that's holding that. It's kind of like its own little business. But, you know, Microsoft owned a Mixer. But Microsoft hasn't really done anything about people in its company for these things. Now, the Black Lives Matter, hey, that's cool, but you haven't really done anything about this. It's just as bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully that changes, because I know there was one person that came out about one of the people under Microsoft who works on like Windows 10 and stuff. He actually works on making sure the program works and Windows at all times. He's getting blasted. For sure. Oh, I'm right there with you. I'm tired as crap.
Oh, it's been a long day for no reason.
Of course, and it feels like it's just gonna get longer and longer.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure Valve, Microsoft, Activision, you know, all these big name companies. Apple, I know, has done it. Twitch is doing it, of course, thank God. But what I want to know is YouTube.
They probably won't.
Because YouTube has a freedom of speech, no contract.
They probably won't.
I don't think they will either because Dr. Disrespect stuff is still up there. So, interesting. Even though he's still like in the dark, sort of.
Yeah, like that video. What was that?
Somebody, I retweeted it and somebody responded with, "Oh my God, he's coming back! Hide your children, hide your wife." I said, no, not again.
Oh my gosh.
I just died laughing. I love Twitter. Like honestly, if anybody tweeted at me on Twitter, I would read, and if it's funny, I would love you. If not, I'm sorry. It has to be funny. How many streamers will fall? Well, how many have already fall? I think 25, 23, 25. Yeah, I think 25. So, I just feel like the more cases that come out, but here's the thing: is like I know some of them have been false. So
Yeah, that's one of the things. Is it's hard to know which ones are true, which ones aren't. But you don't want to tell some like say that they're not telling the truth, right? Like
yeah, you kind of
I
have to
always
go
try-
in on it.
yeah, I always try to believe the person coming out about it because it's already hard enough to talk about it because people shame you. Like
But you really gotta like go into detail about it, and that's why there's been so many investigations.
yeah,
I'm hoping that they'll get everybody who's done it handled out of the way.
hopefully.
All I'm waiting is for that Keemstar ban.
I did you see what he tweeted about Pokey?
What was that?
It was he literally rated her 2 out of 10. It's Pokey. How is she a 2 out of 10? If she's a 2 out of 10, then I'm a 0 out of 10. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's Pokey. How are you gonna fucking say she's a 2 out of 10?
Right now.
And you're a Keemstar looking ass. Like, for real. How is he gonna go at Pokey when he looks like that?
It's because the beard's
audacity.
holding his head on.
It's the audacity.
Because he's such an airhead.
He
Okay,
is.
that was a bad joke.
He's honestly an airhead, though. I've muted
Yeah.
him. I used to follow him, but I slowly learned that he has no brain cells.
Oh,
And the few
I
that he
just
has
use him
are
for
fighting for life.
I just use him for laughs. Honestly, every time I see it, I
God.
just laugh at him.
I lose brain cells reading his tweets. I had to mute him. I couldn't.
Losing brain cells.
I am.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna be crying by the end of. I gotta take a deep breath. Whew. What's the percentages of arrest? So pretty much what I've saw is comparatively overall, it's been 100%. So when it has been proven that they have done these things, they have been arrested. But that's just for Twitch. That's not for the... So that's a big plus. As for everything else that's going on, I haven't really heard much about arrest from other company. I don't think that guy from Activision got arrested, did he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's one of the bigger ones to be arrested. For sure. Alright, and here's the question for you. What is next? Everything going on. With all of this allegation, the movement, the Black Lives Matter, the Me Too movement, just everything and all. What is what is next for it? What can we do to make things better?
Honestly, it's all about who we elect. It's about who we vote into office and not staying quiet.
This is
You gotta make sure you can't vote in stupid people. I know it's hard. You gotta pick the lesser of evils, basically, because they're all stupid and they're all evil.
anyone in a big suit. Anyone in a big suit.
Yeah, they all care about money and they're greedy. So it's kind of hard because, it's basically not staying quiet. It's continuing to be heard.
Exactly. So, and I'm going to say this, and I know this is your in the chat, but it's also, we're all family here. We're all streamers. We're all viewers of Twitch. If you guys are dealing with any of these problems, my DMs are always open. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in the Sway community and you're dealing with something, let me know. Honestly, we all love you guys. We love everybody who comes into our stream. Shoot, I just hit 500 followers today. And I know, thank you. And I had the most viewers at once in my life, and that was 25 viewers. And just having you guys all in there was a blessing. And I posted on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it, but I said that I loved everyone. All of y'all. So if y'all ever have a problem, my DMs are open. Twitter.com/Eclipse ECLPZ __. Shoot, go to Sway GG. We answer DMs sometimes. Like, really, it just depends on the day whether or not Hostility or Quota is actually looking at them. or if they're busy. But, you know, guys, we're always here for y'all. We're streamers. We're here to entertain y'all. We're supposed to put y'all at ease. We're supposed to make y'all happy. So, and if anybody sends me another picture of mayonnaise on pizza, I might throw up.
Ew.
Yeah. So my buddy sent that to me the other day, and I want to. But guys, make sure you do check out our sponsor, Control Freak. Use code SWAY SWAY for 10% off to get you some beautiful merch and some beautiful sticks for your controllers. Because if you want to play like Taz, you got to get the Control Freaks. All right. So this is the big one that's probably going to take us the longest, and this is the reason why I wanted to bring you on. PC compared to console. The longest battle, PC versus console. This is the debate of the ages. I have 5 questions to kind of just stretch them up. But do you want to be PC or console? I played both.
All of them. I've had PC, I've had Xbox, I've had PS4, I've had a Switch, I've had a GameCube. I've literally had everything, so it really doesn't matter to me.
All right. So, which one have you spent the more time with?
Probably Xbox, because I used to play Halo a lot for years.
So, I'm going to give you console because I've been building PCs since I was 10.
Okay.
So, my level of PC to you probably higher.
Probably. I've had the PC for like 2 to 3 years now, maybe a little longer. So.
All right. So, put in your bets, everybody in the chat, who you think's going to win this debate. PC, Eclipse, console, Taz. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. Graphics. I'll let you go ahead with that one. Who has the better graphics and why?
I already know that it's honestly going to be... This PC does have the better graphics, but you get what you pay for. Console's cheaper for that reason, because you're not having that PC graphic experience, you know? It's not going to be... But it's still good quality. That's the thing. That's my one argument for console is price. But now with that new PlayStation they're talking about with the fucking price, it's not, you might as well get a PC at that point. Like, I'm sorry, but
$700 for a console that can't even run Assassin's Creed Valhalla correctly.
Yeah. See, like, that's what I mean. Like, that's why, like, I love console because there's so many good games.
And it's so easy.
PC also has those games, but there's less maintenance for console. Because PC, so many things can go wrong. Your drivers.
I don't know about maintenance though, because there was a video I saw of a dude opening his PS4 and it was nothing but black in it.
See, so far I've never opened my PlayStation, but I've had it for like 4 to 5 years. Not had a problem. Besides, recently it started like slowing down a bit more. But if I probably cleaned it out, it'd probably be fine. But no maintenance. However, in the same time period, I've had to get a new PC because my old PC, the fans kept dying over and over and over again, and I didn't want to have to replace all the whole motherboard and everything because it's a pre-built shit computer anyway, so I was like, I might as well get a better one.
You need to learn how to custom.
Yeah, maybe one day.
That's something we'll definitely have to talk about because I can definitely custom one.
I have a good one for now. Like, I've had it since like October. So it'll be a year soon, and it's really good PC. Like, I have like 32 gigabytes of RAM and like a good.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm set. Like, I just need more storage.
Yeah, and that can be easily resolved even with an external hard drive.
Exactly.
But I'm running a NZXT H510 case with a AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, a GeForce RTX 2060 on an AMD B450 motherboard, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and a nice AIO by Gamerstore. So, and it's purple and green, and it's got a gamer Joker inside of it. He's got like on a gaming headset and a controller. So I named him. I named the PC the Clown Prince.
Oh my god.
I mean, I have the storage, but not enough.
Yeah.
So you're never gonna have enough storage unless you get a big old like 10 terabyte from freaking what is it, Seagate? That thing is huge.
They're expensive though.
Yeah, but honestly, they're worth it.
Yes, they are, especially if you're one person that likes to buy a lot of games. So yeah, I only play a select few games normally at a time. So to me, to get a shit ton of space, it's not really worth it because I don't mind uninstall. I uninstalled Fortnite. I used to play that shit. That's gone. Trash.
I still play it, but
I
the only
used
reason
to-
I still play it is because my girlfriend plays. But
It was
yes,
fun up until like season 6, 7.
I stopped really playing season 10, and the new chapter came out, and I was like, eh,
I'm sorry. The
yeah, I'll
fucking
try it.
Transformers is what did it for me. I'm not fighting a Transformer. For
That's a big sword.
real though.
Yeah, but PC does have the better graphics as it is easier and more
Yes.
accessible, and you can also adjust them more than you can on
Yes.
console because console is limited and throttled.
Yes.
So graphics, PC 1, console
Yes.
0. All right, this one's going to be pretty interesting now because of Game Pass and PlayStation Now. Accessibility to games.
See, the thing is, on a computer, you have so much. You can just Google Minecraft and then buy it there and download it. Like, but in order to do that on PlayStation, you need to buy a membership. So you can't really.
But
You
there's
gotta
so
pay
many
extra.
free games now.
Yes, but there's also limitation on games on PlayStation 4. There's not a lot compared to what's on PC.
Yeah, or Xbox.
Or exactly, like when I remember I used to work at EB Games, so the shelves for like Xbox One were like this tiny, and
Yeah.
360 was like a whole wall. Like, and PC was a tinier section for disc because everything's downloadable online.
Yeah.
So most times it's just on your, like, the computer has way more availability for games. I know I'm supposed to be arguing console, but I can't because
Yeah.
no, it's the truth.
And see, that's the thing. When it comes to accessibility to games, console has the Game Pass, but you're also still spending money. So you're kind of like, no, thank you. When you can go over to PC and just get all these free games.
Yeah, and then you can get, and then you can get the same games that cost money on PC, unless they're PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
But like,
But now
even
they're
then-
starting to even come over. Like
Exactly,
we
they
got
kinda
Xbox
given up
Game
on
Pass
that,
on
like-
PC. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
And a lot of them are
crazy.
cross-plat now. Games are now
Yep.
cross-plat.
Call of
So-
Duty, Apex. What is it?
yeah.
August? Is it August?
Yeah, soon it should be August, like in fall time, I think, around maybe. So it should be
If that
September,
happens, I'll probably get back into Apex. I played it yesterday. I got demolished.
Sweat
I
City,
couldn't.
bitch.
What? What'd you say?
Sweat City, bitch.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, well, PC 2,
Yeah.
console 0,
Yeah.
price. We've already talked about this.
Console wins on price, in my opinion, because it is like, I've always had a console and I still love gaming. When I grew up, did not have a computer. We had like a desktop, but it was not a gaming PC.
Yeah, was
It
that
was
one from
just for-
school?
Yeah, it was that one like to do homework on. Like, yeah, it was super slow. I did the loading up, and my dad played like Neverwinter Nights on it, but that was it. Like it wasn't really a gaming computer. Like we played Minesweeper.
I mean, console has the better price,
yes.
but
You
before
get more
Corona
for your
hit,
money.
yeah, but before Corona hit, I want to say about that time, you could build a decent gaming PC for about the
Yes.
same price as what.
But
they're
now
selling
they
the
jacked up
PS5.
all the prices even more.
Yeah, like my 2060 I got for like 200 because it first dropped. It was 200 and it runs gorgeously. Now it's like 350. I'm over here sweating because I'm like, I want a 2080, but I don't want to pay that price, you know. And it's like all the way up in 500 just for the graphics card, and that's a whole console right there.
Oh yeah, I paid like 2,200 for my computer, and
You
like,
paid how much?
That's Canadian.
Oh,
I'm not a yeah. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Canadian, eh?
The
Spend more
Canadian
money than I do,
dollar?
eh?
Yes, but I get paid more when I get paid from Twitch.
Oof, that one hurts. Way to shoot the shot at me. Ouch.
There are
Right.
some benefits to having a shitty dollar.
This is
That is getting paid. Getting paid in American dollars is great. Like, even when I got a donation the other day, he was mind blown. Nabica, actually, the one in chat, was mind blown because he donated 30 pound, like pounds versus pounds, and it ended up being 53 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how shitty the Canadian dollar is.
Canada.
Yeah. Like, well, you say that now until you try to buy things in American, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's a yikes. That
So
would hurt me.
There's definitely good and bad things to the whole Canadian thing.
In my opinion, though, when it comes to price, and hear me out on this, you're paying for the console, you're paying for the games, paying for the service. So if you think about it, you're paying about as much as a PC. Because how much is Xbox Live a month? 10?
Around. Well, it's like $60 for a whole year.
Okay. $60 for a year. Add that on to what? How much was the Xbox One going for?
Probably like $250, $300 now.
What was it when it first dropped? 300?
Probably like 300, 350.
Okay. So 350 plus 60, you're looking at 410 right there. Not including the games you got to buy.
Yeah. But think about this. How often does your console break versus something on your PC? Versus a software issue or a random hardware issue. You don't get that many issues on console. Yes, you do sometimes, but you just send it back to them and they fucking send you a new one, or you call them up and they're like, you have the red ring of death, there's nothing you can do. Like,
wait, is Xbox actually doing that? Because my Xbox is having issues.
It used to have that issue. I don't know if it still does. There's the red ring of death, though. That's a problem with Xbox.
Well, my Xbox One has been acting up.
Does it have a red ring?
I wish. It's just like, I don't know. It's like some games it'll run fine. Some games it lags off. Like, I can run Gears 5 and it looks gorgeous. I can run Call of Duty Warzone and it looks like it's been through the shitter. Like somebody took a, you know how like on Photoshop when you got like the blending tool, it looks like that across my screen.
Yes.
So I don't know about that one. Well, console wins that one on price, honestly, because even if I made the argument of games and everything, it's still going to be lower than it.
Yeah, and honestly, I have more issues with my PCs than I do with my consoles. Like, hardware and software-wise, like when it comes to drivers and shit like that.
Well, yeah, because you got to update it.
But even then, even if you update it, it fucks it up sometimes. And then there's no update for like a week, and then you got no sound because the update fucked it all up.
NVIDIA, fix your shit. No.
We really gotta. Like, you're relying on NVIDIA to have good driver updates.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
accessibility to upgrade.
Okay. Well, see, the thing is, PC you can upgrade pretty much at any time because you're not going to upgrade any part as long as it matches the parts you have. However, for console, there's only the certain consoles you can upgrade to.
But Xbox Series X, I don't know if you've seen it, they're offering upgrades to it. You can literally take it apart and put the upgrade in.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Like, what upgrades do they need?
So, graphical upgrades, I know. So when they want to upgrade the graphic, you can actually order it. When it gets released, put it in. It's literally just like a different board that you put inside. Better fan cooling. If you have any fan issues, they have like alternatives, and the prices change. So that's what's kind of cool about it. But PC is easier to build.
Yeah.
So, but then you have controller upgrades like the Xbox One controller based to an Elite controller, PlayStation controller to Guff controller. You know,
Battle Beaver.
Yeah. Although I've never used one of those, but I heard they're nice.
I have 3 of them.
Turn it around. I want to see it.
I have 2 buttons on the back right there, and I have smart triggers as well.
Can I see the front?
Yes.
That's pretty nice. You're gonna have to send me a link to it.
It's definitely my favorite.
How much are they?
It depends. I think that one was like $200 Canadian around.
That's about how much I spent on my Scuff.
Yeah. But normally I get huge discounts because I'm partnered with them.
You gotta help me out with that one. Broke boy life. No, but and then of course you got headsets, that accessibility to upgrade, and I mean mix amps. I love mine. It's the newer Astro one. So I mean, they're wonderful. They're very useful.
Yeah, I have one too.
Yeah, the new one.
Not the new one. I have the TR.
Oh, see, I got the is it the square one or the one up and down?
The square one.
Okay, see, that's the one I got. They're really nice. They're very, very useful, especially if you go back from between PC and Xbox or PC and PS.
And you just unplug it and plug it into the other one, and it's
Yeah.
great.
Or you can just use the optical and just switch it over to PS4, or keep
I
it
have
on
that
PC and you can
problem.
hear both.
My PlayStation is a PS4 Slim, and it doesn't have an optical outlet. The Slim does not have an optical outlet.
I'm sorry, I think I heard a disturbance in the. Want to repeat that one?
Yeah, the PS4 Slim there's no optical outlet on it.
PS4, you fucked up.
They really did on that build. They fucked up hardcore.
There's got to be a way to change that.
I had to use an aux cord to. This is how I did it. My aux cord to my monitor, and then my thing to my PlayStation, so that I could listen. So I could be able to hear the game and like talk and everything. And
That's all right.
yeah,
Last one. Accessibility upgrade goes to PC, so we're at 3-1.
Yeah.
Accessibility of ease, meaning how easy it is just to pop into it.
see that's the thing. PlayStation and console is much easier for that because what if happens you boot up your PC and you have an issue?
Yeah, you get the dev error that Call of Duty loves to drop on me every other day. That and Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah, and like blue screens, glitches in the game, software, hardware issues. Like normally, when it comes to console, if one person's having an issue, majority of the time, a lot of other people are having the same issue. However, with console, it depends. I mean, PC, it depends on what your build is, what CPU you have. What if it's this version? That's why it's causing this issue, and this is doing this with this game. So that's where I think console probably dominates on that. It's much easier to just turn it on and play.
If you have dealt with the blue screen issue, call 1-800. Throw that shit away. There was one time when I had a PC. I don't know what was honestly a blue screen every other day.
Oh my god, that would stress me out.
And then one day I just fixed the setting and it was like, you're okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
PCs are, like, I have a really good PC, and for some it struggled to stream Apex. Like, I just fixed now, and my Apex looks much better. But like when I first started streaming Apex and gaming on the same time at PC, I had so many issues. Like no matter what I did, change the settings on both, it was looking like crap. Like I was dropping so many frames on OBS. So I ended up turning all the settings down for Apex completely, like all the way down. And it worked, and no dropping frames anymore. And then I had some guy come in my stream like a week ago, and he was like, your stream looks like shit. I was like, thanks. And he's like, well,
appreciate it.
He's like, you should change some settings. And I told him about my issue, and so we messed around with some of the Apex settings, and it looks much better now. Like,
yeah, you might have to send me your settings.
Yeah, now I don't have as many issues. There's no dropping frames. Like the only time I drop frames is when I first launch Apex. It causes my webcam to freeze.
I wish. And I would try to drop, and it already dropped down to 50 FPS. Sometimes in Warzone too.
I don't really look at my FPS count, but I don't see any issues. Like I don't have any issues. I find
the way to look at that. There's a dock.
I know.
OBS.
There's like a settings or something.
Stats.
Oh yeah, but I don't really drop it for OBS. I don't drop frames at all. Like except for when I first launch Apex.
You want to trade?
I used to have a lot of issues. I took years of streaming and playing around with it and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And as soon as I upgrade to like a new keyboard or a new mouse, it's gonna fuck it up again. Just watch.
Yeah, because you gotta get the drivers for the.
Yep, and the drivers mess it all up, and then next thing you know, it messes with the settings for some reason. No clue why, but that's just.
I want to understand why my Call of Duty Warzone just likes to switch its own settings by itself and just screw everything up.
That's why console is superior, where it's just turn it on and play. At least this, you have to have a keyboard and a mouse and monitors and this and that, and if what if it's not compatible, and what if it's like 140 megahertz and this is not set up right, like, you know,
This
like
makes no sense. Oh boy. Well, I still need to wake up. Water, agua. Stay thirsty, my friend. But yeah, so ease of access to ease, or access to ease. There we go. Goes to console, but PC still wins with 3-2.
Yes,
So
I would always say PC wins.
in my opinion, if you can afford it, get a PC. If you can't, console is your next best bet.
Yes.
And a lot of people stream from console. A
You can
lot.
there's nothing wrong with, if you're starting off as a streamer, you don't have to have this amazing. I know you see all these people with this amazing setup and all these lights and shit, but years of acquiring these things. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time to do it. You can't expect that shit to happen overnight. Like, that's one thing that pisses me off, that I see people tweeting about that, like, I've been streaming for 3 months. How have I not grown this much? I'm like, I've been streaming for 3 years, okay? It doesn't happen like that. Some people get lucky.
You've been streaming for 3 years. How many followers do you have?
Almost 6,000 now.
Okay, I've been streaming for 8.
Well, I've been on Twitch for like, I've been streaming consistently for 3. I've been on Twitch since 2014, and I was on and off for a little bit, but I only had like 1,000 followers when I like was.
I've been streaming consistently for 5. I've just been stuck in that like.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
In
hard.
some female, as a female, it can be easier in some ways because there's a lot of creeps out there, so
Oh.
that boosts your viewership.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not easier in a way where we get harassed a lot more. We deal with a lot more sexual comments. It makes it harder because people don't stick around as much in the long term, but short term, people stick around a lot. That's why a lot of female streamers are successful when it comes to like money wise, but when it comes to viewership, they're not as successful as male streamers.
Oh, what was that about lights? I'm sorry, you were saying something about lights. All connected to my phone.
It's actually pretty cool, to be honest.
Oh, I love it. Hold on, it gets better. Hold on, where is it?
I can't wait to get my lights.
There you go.
I'm taking this all down. And I'm gonna be putting. I got a, what's it called, the starter kit for why am I for? Hold on. For Nanoleaf.
See, I want to get Nanoleaf. I heard they're
I
fun.
ordered that. That's coming next week.
Good lord.
I'm getting that. Well, I have 2 jobs. I work. Well, I stream about 12 to 16 hours a week, and then I work 25 hours to 30 hours a week in my part-time job ish.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
money girl.
that's what I'm doing right now, and that's why I have all this extra money, and I'm saving all my Twitch pays or reinvesting them back in my streams, which is what I'm doing with the Leaf, like the Nanoleaf lights.
Yeah.
I'm reinvesting some money back in, and I'm actually really excited about it because I've
Yeah.
always wanted them, and I've been too cheap to do it. But I was finally like, "Fuck it, they're on sale." They're originally like 350 Canadian dollars, and I found them for 200 at Best Buy.
Why
Yeah.
is y'all's Best Buy better than ours? That's what I
Good
wanted.
deal. 200 for the nine pack. That's pretty good. You can't tell me that's not a good price.
Nah,
They're
that's
originally
amazing.
super expensive.
Yeah, they're like $400.
Yes, that's US too. That's not Canadian. That's US. So they're normally way more, and that's why
Yeah.
when I see 200 Canadian dollars in store,
Canadian, eh? We 200 Canadian dollars.
I bought it. So I'm like, mine.
Good lord. Well, guys,
ordered
make
it.
sure to check out our sponsor, Control Freak. Use code SWAY for 10% off. And of course, make sure you check out Taz on twitch.tv/TazWolf, 2 D's, 2 F's.
Yes. A lot of people forget the second F.
But don't forget, she's sponsored by G Fuel.
Yes.
So if you like G Fuel, make sure to check it out. I'm actually probably going to use your code. Then I might
It's
get
30%
I
off.
need some. Oh yeah, definitely use that one. That's the biggest one I've seen. So guys, it's been an easy stream, a wonderful stream. Taz, it's always wonderful to have you here. We'll
Thanks
have
for
to do this
having me.
again, of course.
Yes. Anytime you want me on, always down for the stuff. I love this stuff.
Heck yeah, and we'll definitely have to play Apex or any other game that's not Apex,
Yes.
and I want to cry like a baby.
I'll definitely open my backpack so you can get in.
Yeah, your back's gonna be hurting very
Oh,
much.
I'm honestly used to carrying all the time. I'm very competitive. It's just the way I
Yo,
am.
she just throws shade on me.
I throw
Dang.
shade on everyone because I know I'm good.
Good lord.
Confidence, man.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off of here. Make sure you do check her out, twitch.tv/TazWolf. 2 Z's, 2 F's. Potato Squad, welcome to the Sway Gaming. Welcome to Sway GG. Welcome to the Sway fam. Sway fam, show them support. Get them in the Discord. Talk to them. Tell them what we're all about.
Yes.
And, of course, everybody stay safe. We love you guys. Signing off. See you later, Swaycast. Say bye.